And there's a bad smell from that stagnant water, and besides, the mosquitoes are coming in.
Leave me alone.
Come, my darling, come sit down. You mustn't lean out the window. You might fall into the water. You know what happened to Francois I. You must be careful.
Still more examples from history. Sweetheart, I don't want any more French history. I want to see the boats on the water making blots in the sunlight.
You can't see them, my darling. There is no sunlight.
There are still shadows.
My darling, you're frightening me. Come, sit down. You won't be able to see them come anyway. There's no use trying. It's dark.
It's 6 o'clock in the evening. It's dark already. It didn't used to be this way. Surely you remember. There's still sunlight at 9 o'clock, at 10 o'clock in the evening, at midnight.
Come to think of it, that's very true. What a remarkable memory you have.
Things have certainly changed.
Why is that, do you think?
Perhaps. I don't know. Perhaps it's because the farther one goes, the deeper one sinks. Because the world keeps turning around.
Around, my little pet. Oh yes, you're very gifted, and you've certainly a fine intellect. You could have been head president, head king, head journalist, head general.
What good would that have done us? We'd have not lived any better. Besides, I am a general of the house, as I am the general factotum.
My darling, my pet.
I am very bored.
You were more cheerful when you were looking at the water. Come, let us amuse ourselves by making believe, the way you did the other evening.
Make believe yourself.
It's your turn.
It's your turn.
It's your turn.
Your turn.
It's your turn.
Drink your tea, Semiramis.
Come on now. Imitate the month of February.
I don't like the months of the year.
Those are the only ones we have up till now. Come on, just to please me.
All right, there's the month of February.
Oh yes, that's just right. You're as cute as can be, my darling. Thank you, thank you. You could have been anything in life, a lot more than a general.
I am general factotum.
Tell me the story. You know, the story. Then at last we arrived.
That again? Then at last we... But I'm sick of it. Then at last we arrived. It's so monotonous. Every evening, every blessed evening, for the 75 years we've been married, you've asked me to imitate the same people, the same months of the year, and tell the same story. Let's talk about something different.
But I'm not tired of it. It's your life. It fascinates me.
You know it by heart.
It's as if suddenly I'd forgotten everything. It's as though my mind became a clean slate every evening. Yes, I do it on purpose. I take a dose of salt. I become new again. For you, my darling, every evening. Come on, then. Tell your story.
Well, you want me to.
It's also mine. What's yours is mine. Then at last we arrived.
Then at last we arrived, my sweetheart.
Then at last we arrived, my darling.
Then at last we arrived at a big fence. We were frozen through, soaked to the bone, for hours, for days, for nights, for weeks.
For months.
We were, our noses, our knees, our teeth were chattering. That was 80 years ago. They wouldn't open the gate. They might have at least opened the gate to the garden.
But in the garden the grass was wet.
And then there was a path which led to a village church, and in the center of... Where was this village? Do you recall?
No, my darling, I've forgotten.
Where's the road?
Don't tax your mind.
What was this place called?
No, my darling, I don't remember.
This place was called Paris, I think.
Paris never existed.
Paris
my
must have
little one.
existed because it was extinguished. It was the city of light, but it's been out for these past 400,000 years.
So that's the way it was. Your wonderful Paris.
Who could put it better?
My darling, you're so really fine. No, you could have been anything in life, a lot more than a general factotum.
modest. We should be content with what
perhaps
little...
you've spoiled your career.
I've spoiled it? I've spilled it? Hi! I'm an orphan. Have you seen my mama? Where's my mama? Hi, no, Severus, it's not the same. You know my mama. Hi, I'm an orphan dwarven. Help me, I'm looking for my mama. Do you know where my mama is? I'm an orphan dwarven. I'm spoiled. No, Severus, it's not the same.
It's okay.
You're not my mama.
You have great qualities, my little general. Dry your tears.
It's not even true.
Okay. The guests will be arriving shortly, and they mustn't see you this way.
Oh.
All is not lost. All is not spoiled. You have a message. You always say you're going to deliver it. You'll tell them everything. You will explain. You have to live. You have to struggle for your message.
I have a message. That's God's truth. And I will deliver it to mankind.
To mankind, my darling. Your message.
It's true. Yes, it's true.
You're a man, a soldier, a general factotum.
I'm not like other people. I am perhaps gifted, as you say. I have an ideal in life. I've always been in control of the situation honorably. That should be enough.
Not for you, my darling. You're not like other people. You're much greater, and moreover, you've gotten along with other people much better if you'd have gotten along with people the way other people do. But instead, you've quarreled with all your friends, with all your directors, with all the generals, with your own brother.
You know very well what he said, Semiramis.
What did he say?
He said, I've got to flee. I'm going to pay you a visit in hopes of leaving my flea with you.
People say things like that, my dear. You shouldn't have paid any attention to it. But with Carol, why were you so angry with him? Was it
You're going to make me angry. Nah, of course it was his fault. He said to me, I know just the word for you. I'm not going to say it, I'll just think it. And he laughed like a fool.
But he had a kind heart. In this life, you've got to be less sensitive.
I don't care for jokes like that.
You could have been head admiral, head cabinet maker, head orchestra conductor.
I have such difficulty expressing myself.
It's a sacred duty. You've no right to keep your message from the world. Mankind is waiting for it. The universe waits only for you.
Yes, I will speak.
Have you really decided? You must.
Drink your tea, Semiramis.
You could have been head orator if you'd had a little more ambition in life. I'm proud. I'm happy that at last you decided to take your message to mankind, to every country, to Europe, to every continent.
Alas, I have such difficulty expressing myself, it isn't easy for me.
It's easy once you begin, like life and death. It's enough to have your mind made up. It's in speaking that we find perhaps everything. The garden, too, and the city. And then we are orphans no longer.
It's not I who's going to speak. I've hired a professional orator. You'll see. He'll speak in my name.
And then it really is for this evening. And you've invited everyone, all the intellectuals.
Yes, all of them. All of them.
Intellectuals and all of them, my darling. But don't get so upset. I don't mean to annoy you. You're just so very absent-minded, like all great geniuses. This meeting is very important, and they must all be here. Can you count on them? Have they promised?
Drink your tea, Semiramis.
And the papacy, the papayas, and the papers.
I've invited them. I'm going to deliver my message to them. All my life, I felt that I was suffocating. But now, they will know all. Thanks to you and to the orator, you are the only ones who have understood me.
I'm so proud of you.
The meeting will take place in a few minutes.
And it really is for this evening, and the intellectuals and the proprietaries, they'll take the places of papas and mamas, and you won't feel like crying anymore. But perhaps we could reschedule this meeting. It won't be too tiring for us.
You really think it might tire us?
You have a slight cold.
How can I call it off?
You could invite them another evening.
Oh,
You could tell
no,
them.
it's too late for that. They've probably already embarked.
You should have been more careful.
Yes, I think I hear someone coming now,
My darling,
Semiramis.
I do too. I'm so poorly dressed. You should have told them to come a different time.
It was
It's all rumpled, my darling. My hair is a mess, too.
They are here, Semiramis. Come along. You're making our guest.
My darling, the door's that way.
Oh.
That way.
I'll go get some chairs.
Yes, I'll go get some
chairs.
You go get the door.
Chairs, Semiramis. Chairs. Oh, madam. Oh, madam, I can scarcely believe. But yes, I have thought about you all my life, madam. All my life. And here you are. Oh, yes, certainly. Someone must have told me. This must be your husband. Pleased to meet you. Oh, Belle, LaBelle, that's what they used to call you. You haven't changed one bit. Oh, well, yes, your nose has grown a bit longer. I didn't notice it at first, but now that you say it, oh, yes, a lot longer. Oh, Belle, I've thought about you all my life. They called you LaBelle. Belle, they called you LaBelle. Oh, sir, and dear friend. Oh, you'll permit me to call you dear friend. I knew your wife long before you. She was exactly the same, but with a completely different nose. Oh, but Belle, look at you. They used to call you LaBelle. Now you're all hunched over. No, sir, she's still Belle to me. Under her glasses, she still has pretty eyes. And though her hair is white, underneath it one can see brown and blue. I'm sure of it. Well, come along. We'll seat you now. Come nearer, nearer. Oh, what is this, sir? A gift for my wife? Come over, Semiramis. This man has brought a gift for you.
Oh, what is it? A pear tree or a crow?
No, can't you see that it's a painting?
Oh, it's lovely, thank you. Would you like to see it, dear friends? Would you like to see my painting? Yes, isn't it lovely? Yes, thank you. Thank you. But, Doctor, I feel squeamish and I have a pain in my toes and a cold in my fingers and pain in my stomach and in my chest and in my head, Doctor.
This man
Doctor.
is not a doctor. He's a photo engraver.
Thank you for holding it, my dear. Thank you. Will you take this? But he's charming, even so, without meaning to flatter you. Yes, thank you for hanging it up, darling. Would you like to come sit down?
Come along.
Yes, right this way. Yes, you can sit right here.
Oh, Belle.
Yes, you can sit.
Oh, come along. I am very touched. I've thought about you all my life, madam. I loved you 100 years ago. But there's been such a change. No, you haven't changed one bit. I love you. I love you.
Oh, certainly, sir. Certainly.
Your ears were not always so pointed.
Oh, sir. Sir. Oh, really? So, you think I'm too old for that, do you?
We were young and the moon was a living star. Wouldn't you like to recapture those bygone days? We were only children. If only we had dared. We could recapture them. Is it still possible?
Flower?
Perhaps the flowers are budding again beneath the snow.
Rascal? I look younger than my years. You're a little savage. You're exciting.
Didn't we dare? We could have had everything. We could have shared joy, beauty, eternity, and eternity. Why didn't we dare? Alas, everything is lost. Lost!
Oh no, you give me the shivers, and you too. Are you ticklish? To tickle or be tickled? Oh, well, I'm a little embarrassed. Oh, you like my petticoat? Or do you like this one better?
My dear Semiramis has taken the place of my mother these last few years. It's her that's helped me through it all.
accommodations of a superior order.
I've never betrayed my husband before. I'm only his great mama. Great mama. My conscience causes these tears to flow. The branch of the apple tree is broken. Try to find somebody else. I no longer wish to gather rosebuds. No.
Oh, please
Sit
sit
down.
down. Please sit down.
Yes. We had one son. Of course he's still alive. He's gone away. It's a common story. Or rather unusual. He abandoned his parents. He had a heart of gold. We loved him so much. He slammed the door. He was 7 years old. In the age of reason. He walked out the door, he wouldn't look back, and I called after him, "My son, my child, my son, my child!" He didn't even look back.
Alas, no, we never had children. I wanted a son, Semiramis too. We tried everything. And my dear Semiramis is so maternal, too. Perhaps it's for the better. Grief, regret, and remorse. It's all we have left. All we have left.
He said to us, "Papa, Mama, you kill birds. Why do you kill birds?" But we don't kill birds. We've never harmed so much as a fly. Yes, you kill all the birds, all the birds. The streets are full of dead, dying birds, dead baby birds. You burnt out their eyes. The sky is red with blood. No, my child, it's blue. His eyes were full of big tears. He wouldn't let us try this. His father was weeping. I threw myself at his feet. I begged him to stay. Just walked out the door. As he went, he just kept calling, "It's you who are responsible." What does that mean? Responsible.
I let my mother cry all alone in a ditch. She called after me, moaning feebly, "My beloved son, my dear child, don't leave me here all alone. I don't have much time left. I'll be back in a minute." I was in a hurry. I was going to the ball to dance. "I'll be back in a minute." But when I returned, she was already dead. They had buried her deep. I tried to break open the grave. I searched for her. I couldn't find her. I know. Sons always abandon their mothers, and they more or less killed their fathers. Life is like that. But I suffer from it, and others don't.
He said, "Papa, Mama, I'll never lay eyes on you again."
I suffer from it, and others don't.
But don't speak of it to my husband. He took great care of his parents. He never left them for a single moment. He cared for them, coddled them, and they died in his arms, saying, "You have been the perfect son. God will be good to you." I can still see her stretched out in the ditch. She was holding Lily of the Valley in her hand. She called me by my baby name. Little chick, don't leave me here all alone. Little chick, don't leave your poor mama." From time to time, a friend will tell us that he's been seen here, he's been seen there, that he is well, that he's a good husband. Oh yes, madam, there is a restaurant in the house. We have closets, a kitchen, there are bathrooms. There are bathrooms upstairs. Yes, there are. Well, maybe, madam, after my death. The house, of course. Are you sure? No, well, yes, they left Semiramis. More people, more chairs. There are more people. More people, more chairs, more
place is a pigsty, isn't that right, Semiramis?
No, my darling, it's
Yes,
not.
yes, please come in. Oh, these are the newspaper men. Yes, take a seat. Take a seat that we need more chairs,
My darling,
Semiramis.
I'm getting another
Yes, come on
yes,
in. Yes,
right
have you
here.
had good weather?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, no, I don't have a radio. Telephone Claude, we'll get when we go. Oh, no interviews right now. No interviews. Maybe later. Maybe later we can have some.
My darling, the doorbell rang again.
Yes,
you can
Senator,
sit
more
right
chairs.
Yes,
More
you're
people
so
need
happy
more
that you're
chairs.
here.
Yes, welcome, welcome. One doesn't bring children to a scientific lecture. The poor thing's gonna be bored. If he tinkles on that lady's dress, that'll be a fine state of affairs. Come along. You're cleaning it up, kid. All right, please come take your seat.
You're as
Yes,
cute
of
as
course.
can be.
Oh, that one is the smallest, Semiramis.
You're as cute as can be. So
Yes, okay, why don't the twins sit together, and then,
Yes,
you can
please.
sludge over there, and we can get more chairs. Oh, you're meeting each other for the first time? Semiramis, we must make introductions.
Okay.
May I introduce you
do
to
you
you,
know
and you
him?
to you,
Yes,
and this
do
is
you
my
know
wife.
him? Oh,
May I
yes.
introduce you to
And
you,
do
and
you
you to
know-
you, and
do
this is
you know
my
him?
wife.
Oh, and
May I
do you know
introduce you
him?
to you, and you
Yes,
to
and
you,
this is
and
my
this is my wife.
husband. Yes, and he's
This is you
here.
to you, and you to
And
you,
do
and
you
this
know
is my
him?
wife.
Yes.
And introduce you to, Semiramis, more people, more chairs.
More people,
More people, more chairs.
Excuse me, sorry.
Yes, please come on in. We can't see you at the moment. Oh, yes, wonderful.
Yes, right.
Wonderful to see
Yes,
you
we're
again
so
as well.
happy.
More chairs, Semiramis, more
I'm
people.
getting more
Come
chairs.
along in. Oh, yes, and for more people, more chairs,
More people,
Semiramis.
more chairs. What are they all doing here, my darling? Okay, more chairs. Yes. Oh, yes, you can sit right here. Yes.
Semiramis, this table is in our way.
Excuse me.
Semiramis,
Yes, I'll get you.
come help me with the table.
Chair, just a second.
Semiramis, there's more people. We need to
Yes,
get
I
this table
know.
out of our way.
How-
Okay, lift it on that end. That end, Semiramis. It's a table. It's not that hard.
Okay. Do you have your sweater?
My sweater. We need more chairs.
You have your
Semiramis.
sweater.
More people.
Do you have your sweater?
My sweater.
Your
Yes.
sweater.
Yes, my sweater.
Your sweater.
Of course. My sweater. Yes. More people, more chairs, Semiramis.
I'm getting them.
Oh, yes, very nice to meet you. Oh, God, welcome you. I'm sorry. Yes, come in. Yes, come in. Yes, come in. Semiramis, more chairs! More people, more chairs, more people, more chairs. Yes, come in. Hola. Sí, eres de Peru? Sí, Semiramis, yes, welcome. Thank you for coming. Yes, welcome. Oh, thank you for coming, sir. Yes. Yes, I have to shake your hand right now. In a moment, we'll get you in a moment. Yes, I promise. Semiramis. Cheers. Yes, please come in. Oh, it's wonderful to see you. Yes, what? Let me try to chat a moment, I promise.
Just for you.
Yes, please come in. Oh, yes, wonderful to see you. Oh, my, have you came quick. Yes, please come in. Yeah, we'll get you in a moment. Everyone, we'll get you in a moment. In turn of your arrival, I promise.
Excuse me.
Yes, please come in. Yes, Semiramis, more chairs. Please come in. Please come in. Semiramis. They want to hear my message, Semiramis. It's so wonderful. Yes, please come in. Please come in. Everyone, please come in. Semiramis, we need more chairs. Semiramis, we need more chairs than that. Semiramis.
Yes.
Semiramis, there are so many people. So many people. So many chairs, so many people, so many chairs. Semiramis. Semiramis, we'll get you in a moment. Yes, in a moment. We'll get you all. I promise.
My darling, there are no more chairs.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. We'll find a space for you. All of you will hear my message. Do not worry. All of you will hear my message. There can be no worries. No worries at all, okay? It has to be a perfect evening. It will be a perfect
I
evening.
cannot help everyone at once.
What do you expect me to do? We don't have enough chairs.
How?
Well,
Did you get a program?
yes, perhaps. Come along. You're thin enough.
Yes,
Yeah, bunch over.
hi.
Bunch over. All right, you sit there with him.
Yes,
Twins,
plus
bunch
two.
over.
Yes, there you
You
go.
know, bring children.
There you go.
Yes, in a moment, everyone. In order of your arrival, I will deal with you. I promise. Everyone, I will deal with you, I promise. Yes, in a moment. In a moment, yes. Everyone will see and hear my message. Everyone will hear and see my message. It's okay. There can be no worries.
Oh, I know.
Silence! Silence! Please, can we have a moment of silence? Those who are not seated, for the benefit of those seated, are asked to clear the aisles. You can stand against the wall. Everyone will hear my message. Every seat is equally good. That's right. Come along. Stand against the wall. Yes, I'm sorry, sir. You will hear my message, I promise.
Oh, yes,
yes, come along. You get out of there. Hey, don't push. Don't push.
Ladies and gentlemen, why are you pushing?
Don't
Ladies and
push
gentlemen, I
me.
need to get somewhere else. Ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
an old man. Don't push me. Don't push. Don't push.
Why are you pushing?
Don't push. Push. Don't push. No pushing. No pushing. There can't be any pushing. No pushing. Stop pushing. Everyone must stop pushing.
My darling, where are you?
Semiramis, where are you?
My darling, where are you?
Semiramis, where are you?
I'm by the window.
Where are you?
By the window.
Semiramis, where are you?
By the window.
Where?
By the window.
Oh.
Yeah, by the window.
By the window?
Yes. Where are you, my darling? I hear your voice. There's so many trying to make out yours. I'm by the window.
I'm by the window.
No, my darling, I'm by the window. At our age, we could get lost. We must be careful.
Oh, never fear. We will always be together. Don't worry, never fear. I will always find you. You will always find me. Never fear.
My darling, what's going on?
What?
My darling,
His Majesty, the Emperor is here. Ladies and gentlemen, stand up. Stand up, ladies and gentlemen. Have you no respect? Semiramis, His Majesty, the Emperor is here in my house, in our house, to hear my message. Do you know what this means, Semiramis?
The Emperor?
The Emperor! His Majesty, the Emperor!
In our house!
In our
His
house!
Majesty! In our house!
In our house! Excuse me, I must get to the Emperor! I must get to the Emperor, excuse me! Excuse me, I must... Semiramis! Semiramis, do you know what this means?
What does this mean, my darling?
Semiramis, the Emperor will hear my message. Do you know what this means?
That means he is here!
Someone tell the Emperor that I am here! Emperor! Emperor, I am your servant!
He is your
I am your slave!
You're your slave!
I am your dog! I am your slave, your servant, your dog,
Your
Majesty!
Your Majesty!
Your Majesty, someone tell His Majesty that I am here.
We hear Your Majesty!
Excuse me, I must get to His Majesty.
Move, he must get to him!
They wish to keep me from His Majesty, I know. Court intrigues, I understand it all.
He's on your side!
Excuse me, ladies, young ladies, gentlemen, excuse me. Yes, your Majesty, I am here.
He's
Your
here,
Majesty.
Your Majesty!
That is my man taking care of you, Your Majesty. Don't fear, you're in good hands, because it's my man.
He's taking care of him.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Your Majesty, I am your most faithful servant.
Your most faithful
You are my
servant,
last
Your
recourse.
Majesty.
Excuse me, you are my last recourse, sire.
Last recourse.
You might not have even come, but now you are here. I am at the height of joy.
The height of joy.
Your Majesty has deigned to turn your illustrious face in our direction. Now that you're here, oh, Your Majesty, I just caught sight of his august face, his divine forehead. Your Majesty, you might not have even come, but you are here. You have deigned to condescend, to take into consideration my wretched self.
It's wretched self.
If I raise myself on my toes corporally, it is not through pride. It is only to gaze upon Your Majesty. Morally, I throw myself at your knees.
At your knees, Your Majesty, at your toes, at your feet.
Sire, all might have been lost, but now you are here.
You're here, Your
You are my
Majesty.
only support.
Only support.
Your Majesty. But the orator should be here by now, Your Majesty. He's making His Majesty wait.
He's supposed to already be
He's
here,
making
Your
His Majesty wait. He will come. The
He
orator
will
will come, Your Majesty.
He's coming.
He is coming.
He's coming.
He will come.
He will come.
He will come,
He will
Your
come,
Majesty,
Your
I
Majesty.
promise.
He is
He
coming.
will come. He is
He is
coming.
coming. He's coming.
He
He's
is
coming.
coming.
He's going
He
to
is
come
coming.
here.
He is coming.
He's
He
here.
is here. He is here.
Here he is, Your Majesty.
He is, Your Majesty. He is here.
He is here.
He is here.
Here he is.
He is here. Your Majesty, it is
He is here in flesh and blood.
He is here. He is here. This is not a dream.
It's not a dream. I told you so.
He is here.
He's here, Your Majesty.
Oh, of course you can have the orator's autograph. Order. Come along. Do a pen. Order. I am so glad you're here. You look impeccable. This is so wonderful. You will deliver my message to them all. No pen. No. You must provide your own pens for autographs from the orator. Your Majesty, he is here. Your Majesty, he is here. He is here, Your Majesty. And now, with the permission of Your Majesty, I will address myself to you all. Finally, I will address myself to you all. Semiramis, it is time. Ladies and gentlemen, I address myself to all of you. Ladies, gentlemen, young ladies, to all of you, my compatriots, my colleagues, all of you, to speak to you without distinction of race, gender, sex, civil status, obedience, anything. To thank you, most cordially, for having come out in such large numbers to hear my message.
His message.
Of course, none of this would be possible without the help of those who organized the event.
Thank you.
Thanks to those who printed the program.
Thank you.
Thanks to those who printed the program. Thanks to those who printed the program.
Thank you.
Thanks be to the architect,
Bravo!
to the mason, to he who laid
Bravo!
the foundation.
Bravo!
Thanks be most especially to the cabinet maker who
The
made the
cabinet
chairs
makers.
on which you have been able to sit.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks be to the newspaper editors,
The newspaper
the
editors.
writers, the journalists,
Journalists.
to the universal solidarity of man,
Solidarity of
to
man.
the country, the state,
State.
Your Majesty guides with such wonderful
Your
grace.
Majesty.
Thanks be to
Your Majesty.
everyone, but more than many of the rest. Thanks be to the usher, to the hawker of Eskimo pies and programs, my wife, Semiramis.
Mr. Darling, he never forgets to thank me.
My wife and I have nothing more to ask of life. Our existence can come to an end in this apotheosis. Thanks be to heaven for our long and peaceful years. My mission is accomplished. I will not have lived in vain, since my message will be revealed to the world. Or at least what's left of it, but from such leftovers one can still make a very good soup. Order, friend, I address you one more time. Relay my message to the world. Leave out none of the details of my private life. Some laughable, some heartwarming, some heartbreaking. Leave out none of the details. Speak of my native province, Barry. Speak of my helpmeet, my wife, Semiramis. Speak of those little Turkish pies, the little potted rabbit a la Nurmijebit. As for us, we have nothing more to ask of life. Our lives can come to an end now. Now that we've fought the good fight, we must make the ultimate sacrifice, which no one asks of us, but which we will carry out even so.
Yes. Yes, let's die in order to become a legend. At least we'll have a street named after us.
My faithful helpmeet, you who supported me unfailingly. I hoped that maybe our bodies would lie together. Alas, our bodies will fall far from each other. Above all, I had hoped that together we might lie, with all our bones together, within that self-same skin, in the same sepulchre, with the same worms might share our rotting flesh, that we might rot together.
Brought together.
Alas,
Alas.
alas,
Alas.
we will fall far from each other. We will rot in an aquatic solitude.
What will be, will be.
We will leave traces, for we are people, but not cities.
We will have a street named after us.
Let us die at the same moment. Though we might not be together in space as we were during adversity, we will be united in time and eternity. Let us die at the same moment. Order, friend, one last time, bequeath my message to the world. If your majesty will excuse me, farewell all, farewell Semiramis.
Farewell to all. Farewell, my darling.
Long live the Emperor!
Long live the Emperor!
Long live the Emperor!
Long live the Emperor!
Long live the Emperor! Long live the Emperor!
There's no need to be afraid. Death is just a step we take. If you're feeling all alone, just think of it as going home, going home, going home, going home.
Tell me a story. You know, the story. And at last we arrive.
You will see it with your eyes, like a tunnel filled with light, warm, inviting,